This is the Red Baron, and you're tuned into my guest mix on KCR Secret Sessions on KCR College Radio.
Welcome to KCR Secret Sessions. My name is Jewel Kiernan, and I'm here in the studio with the Red Baron.
Hello.
This is your first public appearance.
Yes.
KCR exclusive, right here.
Yeah.
Secret. Okay, to start us off, we're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
Little radio game.
Okay.
Got a game of this or that for you. So you're
Okay.
about to make some hard decisions.
Okay.
Ready?
I think so.
Okay, number one. Party with Danny Brown for one night, or chill with Betty White for a mimosa brunch?
Danny Brown.
Have a political debate with Kesha or Katy Perry?
Kesha.
DJ for one of Michelle and Obama's and Barack's dinner parties, or own every Denny's everywhere ever?
Definitely DJ for the Obamas. That'd be tight.
What would it take for you to want to own every Denny's everywhere ever?
Like, if I could DJ for the Obamas,
Okay.
I'd be down.
Okay, this one's really important.
Okay.
Having carrots for fingers or regular fingers with celery arms?
Okay, wait, so...
Carrot fingers.
Carrot fingers.
They don't bend because they're carrots.
Okay.
Or
Like where? Like right at the hand?
No, for each finger.
Well, right, but like the carrot starts like right at the...
Yeah.
Okay, or...
Or
celery.
you have a whole celery arm, and maybe probably a little bit celery hand, and then regular fingers coming out of your celery arm hand.
Carrot fingers.
Wow.
Because otherwise my arms would like always be like fully extended.
But so will your fingers now.
Well, but like I can... I don't know.
You have to pick one.
I mean, carrots. There's no right answer.
Let's get down to business. When did you start making music?
I started when I was 12.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
There was a guitar class that opened up at my school, and I thought, I should figure it out and just like see what music was. Because like my older brother and sister casually did piano, and then like my sister was really active in like musical theater, and so I just thought I'd give it a shot.
Mm. Are you really good at guitar now?
I'm alright. I like played for like 10 years, and then started doing other stuff.
What else do you play?
Cello, and then like basically like stringed instruments I can kind of figure out, like mandolin and violin and other stuff. Like all stringed instruments are really similar. So.
Nice. So how did you come up with the Red Baron?
I was using my full name as like my DJ name, and then I figured that, I don't know, I just felt like having like a stage name because it would have a different feel, I guess, you know? And I don't know, I just thought it was funny because I have red hair, so.
Are you going for like a certain image with the Red Baron?
No, but I feel like it already has that image. Like my style like has a lot of classical influence, and so it made sense to have something that's sort of like mysterious, like Baron-ish. I don't know.
There you go, Red Baron.
There we go.
So you said you have like classical influences.
Yeah.
How would you describe your music?
It's I just electronic music, I'd say. Like in the subgenres, most of what I've been doing is trap music. But always kind of with an emphasis on sort of having really crazy melodies and like kind of intricate arpeggios and stuff like that make it different than just like trap music, you know? But I don't know, like I feel like trap music is kind of just where I'm on now, but that isn't where I'll stay, you know? I feel like when music evolves, especially EDM, and I evolve as a person, it won't stick with just trap.
So do you feel like your music has been evolving similar to how the trends of music have been going?
Yeah, I think so. Originally, a lot of the evolution was based on what I liked, And I tried to make what I liked, and I was really bad at it. Like, I tried to make like electro house, because like that's kind of where I started with like really loving Porter Robinson, and like Madeon and that sort of like really intricate electro house, and I just couldn't figure out how they did it. And I don't know, like I really like Moonbatone, like really liked like Jenton Johns and Nadistrom and Dylan Francis, but like I couldn't, it wasn't, like it was difficult to figure out exactly how to make that sound. So it was kind of just making my own stuff. Like, you know, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like what I can do, and like what my brain sounds like, I guess.
Cool. It's kind of like creativity out of limits.
Yeah, just like emotion and consciousness, and just like, I don't know. It's pretty gnarly.
Okay, let's talk about Sway.
Okay.
So, how did you put together Sway? What were you thinking about? What were your influences?
Yeah, one of the truth, I saw the interview that Sway did, or that Kanye did on Sway in the Morning, and I thought it was super funny, and that's pretty much it. Like, so it started just with that. So like that's why there's the intro. Like I was just like, that needs to be an intro, and so I sat in Starbucks on College Square, and like took that audio, and started in like a jazz sample kit that I found of just like jazz like percussion. And just like sat down and started like from the first beat and just kind of kept going. Like that's why there's not that much of a structure to it. It's just kind of like, you know, like there's not like set like a chorus or like a bridge or like a drop. It's like it kind of just evolves and changes.
Is that how you make a lot of your songs?
No.
How do you make your other stuff?
I always try and have a set, like there's kind of a typical like almost like a blueprint or like a structure to a lot of EDM songs. Like there's normally 16 or 32 bars of just like 4 on the floor kicks so you can mix it in, and then it goes into like quiet part, and it builds into the big melody, and then it builds up, and then there's a drop, and like you copy and paste it into the exact same thing. I try to sort of use that mold just because it's easier to mix. Like when there's a song that doesn't really follow that method, it's difficult to mix in and out of it, and to kind of combine, like mix it with songs that are in that structure. So I think, like I'm always down to messing with song structure and like key changes and stuff like that. But I think definitely Sway, and I think, I feel like Skyfall, one of the other songs on my EP, where I sample Adele, is really similar to that. Just kind of like more instrumental hip-hop beats with some kind of weird, like psychedelic classical vibes. And I think that's a unique sound that doesn't need to follow that structure, because it's already going to be something weird.
Cool. So tell me about your EP. When did you just released it recently?
Yeah, I think January.
Yeah. So?
What do you want to know? I mean, I like it.
What's it called?
It's called Deliverance.
And what made you want to put it out there?
Well, I had been planning on putting out an EP based on songs that basically just a collection of songs that I really liked. Like I just kind of view EPs as like collections of songs that work together, and sort of what I'm feeling in that time period of like probably like August through December, of just sort of what I was feeling, what like the music I was listening to. And so it started with a song I did called Deliverance that was sort of, I guess it was like house technically, but it was like, I don't know, I really like it. It's got a lot of sort of unique different takes on it and some cool melodies. And then from there, I just combined other songs that I feel kind of went with the vibe. So there's Deliverance, and then there's 3 other songs. There's The Kill, there's Sway, Skyfall, and then like a remix I did to Deliverance. And so it's just kind of like I wanted to put it out there because I feel like that represents where I was at that time. I don't feel like I'm planning on working on a new full album, but I don't think I'd have any of those songs on there. But that just kind of represents sort of that time. And I really liked every single song on there. So
So you're working on a new album.
I am.
What direction are you going in there?
I have no idea.
How far along are you?
Not far at all. I've started working on... I just released a new song a few weeks ago, but I'm not really sure how I feel about it.
Which song?
Apocalypse Waltz. And it's kind of like... It's like a 100 BPM operatic, kind of. It's like operatic trap music or something. I don't know how I feel about it. But
The song itself?
the song itself, yeah. I'm not sure if I'm happy with it.
Were you happy with it when you put it out?
I thought it was dope. But like listening back, I think I'm having second thoughts.
Oh.
I mean, no, it's fine though, because like it's incomplete, but I can't figure out what would make it complete yet. But like it's something that I want out there because that's sort of some new sounds and some new vibes of stuff that's going to be on the album. So there's that I might rework. Maybe just leave it. Maybe I'm cool with it. And there's another song I've been working on the last few days that it's really cool. There's going to be a lot of like samples of like classical music.
Cool.
Like in this new one, I sample the theme from Black Swan, or from Swan Lake.
Yeah.
So Tchaikovsky. So
Awesome.
it's pretty dope.
So you mentioned a couple people who, in the music world that you've been listening to, who was influencing you for this new album? Or is it just Tchaikovsky?
I don't know if there's anyone really influencing me with this album in particular, but just in general, I've been listening to, Diplo's a big inspiration. He's just like always on the trend of what's next. Who else? Like Loudpack, I'd say, from LA, making really good stuff. Cashmere Cat is like, yeah, I don't know if I would try and make his style like that sort of Jersey club, because I think I tried a little bit and I realized I wasn't that good at it. But definitely an inspiration as far as like pushing the limits of what dance music can do. I don't know, some Swedish metal. Like there's a lot of interesting different vibes.
So speaking of Diplo,
Yes.
your song Sway
Yes.
was featured on Diplo and Friends.
It was indeed.
How did you feel about that?
Pretty blown away.
What did you do when you found out?
I think I just sat there like smiling like an idiot for like 20 minutes, just like, hey, hey.
And then shared it on Facebook?
Yeah. I think I listened to like when he mixed in and mixed out of that song like 30 times. Just because he posted something on Twitter that was like, I don't even know if he did it. I think BBC Radio 1 posted tweeted something that was like, hey, send us music, we'll look at it. And I just didn't expect anything to come of it, because I'm always sending music to people I like, and to like I've sent music to Diplo and to Mad Decent and never heard back, and I don't expect to hear back. So I was just like, okay, whatever. So I sent in Sway and forgot about it, and then like a month later I get an email that says something like thank you for participating in this edition of Diplo and Friends. Like Diplo reviewed 1,000 songs and chose his favorites. Like, listen to it here. Like, oh yeah,
Nice.
I forgot I did that. That's so sick.
And Sway was featured on Hilly Dilly and The Collection, 2 blogs, and it blew up after that.
It did. I think it got like 6,000 plays in a week.
And you ran out of downloads on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about that in the future?
I don't know. Not get famous. Just stay in obscurity, it's easier.
Do you want to get famous?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Alright, we're working on it.
Yeah.
We're all working on it here. Oh, and I gotta talk about, can you just tell me what your relationship is with Kanye? Just in general. Because that's all I care about.
How long is this interview?
We have all day.
Kanye is dope.
Don't.
I mean, I don't know. Kanye is dope. I just wish, I don't know. I think he has I think people have expectations of him that he doesn't have of himself. if that makes sense. Like, I guess kind of just from the perspective of how he relates to like the fashion world and things like, you know, the shirts he sell for like $120 that are blank and stuff like that. You know, like, I think people are expecting him to represent like people that, like, whether like people who are poor, like people of color, like people that come from a similar circumstance, like kind of, I think they look up to him as being someone who can, or like an alternative. And I think a lot of white people look at him and like, hey, why aren't you talking about being poor? Mm-hmm. You can't talk about being rich, you're black. Like, I think he's doing his own thing. I just wonder if there's kind of some misconnections, you know, like when he makes that shirt that's $100 and blank, and he has his own reasons for doing that, and like it's probably not serious, or he probably has, you know, if it's like making fun of fashion or something, the kids that save up money to buy that, mm-hmm. Like I think that just that communication, that I think he could be maybe a little more vocal about what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, just because so much gets lost in translation. But I don't know. I think it's messed up that people expect him to be one way or the other. But if all he says to that is like, I'm my own person, like, you know, I don't know.
And I guess we can't get mad at him for shutting up about it.
Well, I don't know. It's like, I wish he spent equal amount of time trying to own fashion as to deconstruct it, if that makes sense too. And so I don't know him personally. I don't know if he really does like want to deconstruct fashion, or if he really does like it, because like on like New Slaves, he indicts fashion, you know, like talk about racism of like here, on Bentley, you know, all the things in like the second verse, but at the same time he participates in that system.
Right.
So I don't know.
So how much of it is commentary and how much of it is like, how can we ever know until he tells us? Yeah, so I just wish he would come out and be like, by the way, don't be Versace. Because if, you know, I don't know. Thank you. I'm like not qualified at all. No, you are qualified. I'm but a person. You're the Red Baron. No. Okay, total topic shift. Okay. So you're a poli-sci major? I am. At San Diego State? Yes. Right here? San Diego State? KCR? Sound State? This country, this territory. Right here? Land. How do you be a full-time student and make music at the same time? I don't know. Do you sleep? Yes, a lot. A lot. What's your like prime music making hour? There is none. Oh wow. You're all over the place. It's all prime. It's like, I mean, music is more emotional for me. So it really is when I'm feeling it. Like a few weeks ago, I went a week without touching music. I think I just put out my new Lana Del Rey remix. And like my creativity was just sapped. Like there was just nothing. Like I don't know. Like I just wanted to do other things. Lana took it out of you. Yeah, definitely. And so I went like a week without touching like Ableton or anything. And now I've been like working on this song like for the last like 12 hours, like almost nonstop. Just because I'm feeling that inspiration and kind of feeling that vibe and those emotions. So I don't know if there's a time. Nice. Okay. Final question. Okay. Very serious. Okay. Zombie apocalypse. Yes. It's you, Beyonce, Diplo, and Skrillex. Tight. Who dies first? Skrillex. By your hand or by the zombies? Oh, hold up. It could be either. It kind of felt like you just killed Skrillex. It's not out of hatred for Skrillex, but out of love for Bey and Diplo. Okay, yeah. Like, it's one of those, like, Skrillex, like, I love you, buddy, but you had a good run, you gotta go. Okay, so who's the final survivor? Beyonce. Oh. Yeah. Do you die before Diplo? Oh, yeah. Do you die for Diplo? Yeah. I mean, I'm probably gonna die first no matter what. But, like, assuming maybe I push Skrillex in the way and I escape, I would probably... It would be, like, equal parts, like, me being terrible at surviving and me loving Diplo. And Beyonce just be like, all right, no, I'll sacrifice myself. Beyonce would probably be running this show at that point. Yeah. All right, so tell us where we can find your music and you and all that fun stuff. You should go on SoundCloud, the cloud of sounds, in which
music thrives. SoundCloud.com/the_red_baron. Someone took my name. Or Facebook.com/theredbaron. No one took my name. Or Twitter @redbvron, because someone took my name.
I don't know if this is a secret or not, but do you want to plug your radio show?
Also, listen Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. on KCR College Radio for Bangers and Bass on KCR College Radio, where I also have a show, and I play music that, like, a few people like 6 tops. Mainly just me. It's tight. At kcr.sdsu.edu. That's where you can listen in.
Good job. Thanks for coming in, Red Baron.
Thank you.
We are looking forward to great things from you.
I am too.
Thanks, guys.